the bell to start the round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Just misses with that uppercut. They exchange punches. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter shot. No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Good counter punch. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. What would you tell this guy? They ring the bell, and here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That counter shot lands. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. They are not going to let this one go to the judges.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter lands. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. How about that time counter shot? Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
And just Just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. You'd like to see more jabs. Catch and shoot. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Imagine being a judge here. How can you judge these? What shots are being thrown? There's no sense there. The corners are going mad, trying to plead with a fight to behave, step back, settle down.
Swing and a miss with that hook. A perfect counter shot. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Is he going to punch himself out, though? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
How many rounds do we spar at the gym? How much work have you put in it? You're not tired. You've done so much work at camp. Come on, you're not tired at all. You get your second win back out there. Just go out there and just box him. Don't be stupid. Don't be trying to bomb him out and tiring yourself out even worse.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Which fighter will say no mas? Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. They're both trying for a knockout.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Beautiful counter punch. A perfect counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. A perfect counter shot. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. As bad as boxing. They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter. It's all offense all the time. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Just missed with that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Has Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice job blocking the hook. How about that time counter shot? The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
How about that time counter shot? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. And there's the bell to start the round. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Good counter punching. Missing with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's...
Maccarinelli got caught. Real good back and forth between these two fighters. How did they survive that?
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting. Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back. Steady yourself. Recompose yourself. Then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Hook just can't find the target. Good counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. And there's the bell to start the round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punch. Didn't land that jab. Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Maccarinelli. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Oh, and that was a big shot to Arthur. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. Well, this is the time that the train... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Those counter punches have to hurt. A perfect counter lands. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And Arthur got the worst of that exchange, and he might go down. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
They exchange punches. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
How about that time counter shot? The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. And he just missed with that left jab. Give us a second to catch our breath. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that. They ring the bell, and here we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Those counter punches have to hurt. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. And he scores with the counter. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Nice straight.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well done with that counter shot. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. That counter shot lands. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the... This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. From this moment forward... And there's the bell to start the round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Good counter punch. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax.
Maccarinelli might go down here. He had his moment, but has it gone by? Not good news from Maccarinelli. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. That was the moment.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this? Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good counter punching. A perfect counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
They've done